Like I say, basically what happened is pretty much beginning in Warsaw before I believe before it was carpet bombed. Pretty much like it was like 1920, 1925, some year like that. Like I said, what to explain it, basically there's some beads and crops and all that other stuff. We're selling some black slavery people basically, and they're getting education, all that. And there's this one black guy that used to sell opium or whatever. And like I said, he'd go around to the different towns and he would get people addicted to opium, and then he would tell them that you have to take your medicine or else you'll die or whatever. And like I said, he was a real piece of shit, basically himself, basically. And like I said, the Irish people came to me about this problem, blah blah blah, about this black guy, that was really being a problem, And I said, go ahead and take care of him. I mean, go ahead and deal with him, kick him out, because he was like being really psycho and being really bad, and basically he had like 25 or 30 black people or a couple hundred black people, and he was basically he was basically killing people and then trying to take over the factories. And so I told the Irish people to go ahead and deal with him. Anyway, they kicked him out of Warsaw and some of the other cities, and eventually locked him up for 20 years or something like that in prison. So, and before that, like his dad or something like that had gone to go rape some German women or something like that. And like I said, the German women had defended themselves, and basically, you know, so his dad was a kind of a bad person, and then he was a bad person, and I don't know. His mom was supposed to teach him the right way, and you know, tell him what happened, whatever. But I guess I don't know. Maybe he just didn't care. You know, you're not supposed to go and rape women and force them down, or do horrible things like that. So anyway, I don't know. Anyway, though, whatever. Eventually it was carpet bombing or trying to nuke cities or whatever and all that other stuff. So anyway, normally, like I say, even that I wouldn't get involved, but I did get involved because it was one of those really bad. It was one of those situations where I had to get involved. So because Irish people, they were just working hard, just working, just being good workers and being good employees, and this one guy was blah blah, trying to hurt people. So I hired them. Like I said, the Irish people with weapons back in the day, I guess you call them the IRA or whatever, but I don't know. Like I said, they were just a bunch of Irish workers, that didn't want to they didn't want to be hurt or killed, and they just wanted to whatever. Anyway, like I said, they shouldn't be fighting the police department. Anyway, they were good people, and at one point in time there was some stuff happening at the docks or whatever, and I asked, and they said, well, we're just people are always trying to steal from the docks or whatever. And technically, like I said, they were trying to steal from me. Like well, I had my docks. Like I said, mostly in Belfast, I had the LS shipyard and also another. I owned two shipyards in Belfast, and probably wherever White Star Line ships were built, basically. And I built other ships for, my shipyards would build other ships for other people too. So, I just paid the payroll, and blah blah, and like the Irish would say, we're more of a conglomerate or a group. So, which they were. There's some Germans there. There's it's always a group of people. So. Anyway, at one point in time, the black people wanted to be paid like 80% more or something ridiculous like that, but they weren't doing any work other than supposedly doing security. And I was like, no, that's not fair. That's not okay. So anyway, yeah. So there was quite a few different times that the black people were being a problem, but whatever. I think it was just bad management. And there's people were doing something about it. So there's many situations, many things, and basically lost to history or whatever. So anyway, like I said, Papa or someone wanted to be a plague about this world. He was a little more dangerous when he was younger, and he was going around, having people. He was sending his black boys into factories and having them kill people, and claiming to be for peace or freedom or, blah, blah, but yeah, whatever. Realistically, they're just killing people. Trying to steal whatever they could get and then leave. Or whatever. Yeah, whatever. Like I said, it was like 1920 or 1940 or 1950, somewhere around in there. Quite a few people were becoming a problem. Anyway, so like I said, I was always happy to help. So anyway, like I said, I had my enemies, but they weren't exactly particularly. It's not like I was facing off against someone of stature of substance. I was facing off against a plague unto this world, a plague unto this world. 80-year-old black man, a plague unto this world. Just chaining down your girls and what's it called, and like I said, realistically, when you quantified him, like he wasn't really much of anything. Just another drug dealer or whatever, just trying to fuck with people and stuff like that. So anyway, so that's why the black people started to hate me or whatever. It's like, yes, I'm the great Lucifer star. Yes, blah blah blah. And my only real enemies were a plague onto this world. Some black guy with a silver or gold cane. I mean, he was more of a problem because he would he would look at buildings or look at factories, and then and then they would go in there and they would kill or torture or hurt the owner of the factory, and then just steal a bunch of shit and run off or whatever. And it's like not even a common criminal. They had no skill. They had no what's it called. They would just walk in with guns and shoot people, and then, and whatever. So anyway, so that was the main people that I believe were being a problem for the Irish people. Like I said, the Irish people were just defending themselves. They just didn't want to get shot or killed. They just wanted to work. So I was happy to pay them. So to clean up, the history of the Irish people, like I said, the Irish people weren't like that. They worked in the factories and they did security for the factories, at the LS shipyard and everything else like that. So different situation. So that's why I say the Irish people, a lot of people try and make the Irish people out to be a terrorist group, and like they're not. They never were. They're bricklayers and brick builders, and they built, like I said, they built a water system in Mexico. They built the Empire State Building. A very good group actually. They were just building. They just wanted to do their, work hard and do their service or whatever, or work with me. And like I said, I paid them really well, and they were really happy. And so yeah, if you're Irish, you should know what you've done. Like I said, you should know that your people built the Empire State Building, and also a water system in Mexico, and a couple other things, and also, like I say, also quite a bit of stuff in Australia, and lots of mining and stuff like that. So anyway, one of my best groups. So anyway, I'm most honest and very honest too. Like I said. So anyway, yeah. I mean, most of us civilization builders are great empires. Like I said, I didn't have anything. I wasn't particularly against the Asians or the Chinese at all. As I said, I considered them very honorable and very respectable and very honest. So anyway, and like I said, thousands or millions of years ago or some distant time, me and the Asians were friends, and I love them very much. So I was very upset about what happened to them or whatever. So. Yeah, but oh well. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't really going after them myself. So I don't know. You're born. You get the opportunity to get a gun. You can go out there and you can, I don't know, be stupid, be fucked up, be pathetic, shove a gun into a girl's face and be like, oh yeah, you'll like it in a minute, baby. like I said, the people that were trying to kill me, I made the mistake of asking who was trying to kill me or who was coming after me or blah blah. I was like, those are the people that are causing a problem. Those are the people that are causing the carpet bombing and doing all this nightmare stuff. And it's like, oh, a plague on this world. Like I said, black people, you're never going to live it down. You're never going to live it down. You know, you're never going to live down what you've done. Like I said, your actions of supporting JFK and Nixon and everything else, you're never, ever going to live that down. So, anyway, whatever. Like I said, I'm Lucifer Star. Like I said, Lucifer is more than, he's not devil, he's not blah blah. He's your creator, I'm your creator, and I'm, you know, basically this the LSF colony ship, you know. So, anyway, biblical and all that other stuff. Well, I'm just thousands or trillions of years old, 100 trillion years old. So, anyway, just to kind of clean it up, you know, so you can know what it's all about, why I have a Bible, why I have Lucifer's Bible, and everything else like that. You know, like I said, it's all in photographs, it's all in pictures, it's all in records, and it's worldwide, you know. And what was the Lucifer White Star Line company? So, what is the Lucifer White Star Line company? Like I tell people, you know, could you at least wait until I'm dead before you start fucking around with my legacy and my name and my memory? Like, I mean, I'm still alive, you know. So, anyway. And like I said, there's 120 to 400 other planets. About, like last time I checked, thousands of years ago, 1,700 planets were aligned with me or practicing my laws or my rules on them. So, maybe somewhere around 3,000. You know, contracts, checks, you know, just my financial system or whatever. Some life form types don't use them. Some life form types do use them. Some, you know, and like I said, there's exoskeletons 1.5s. You know, just to tell you exactly who Lucifer Star is, who I was, what I was. So, anyway, so whatever. Yeah. Also, film and movies and stuff like that. And like I said, I had a very big film studio in Russia. You know, that's why, you know, I made a lot of money over there and did a lot of things over there. That's why there's stars on the Russian buildings in Russia. Surprised I didn't take them down. Yeah. So anyway, just a lot of happy women, children, and all that stuff. Lots of families, you know. So anyway. So, you know, there are great people and there are not so great people and all that stuff. I was one of those people. So legendary, all that. Still am. So anyway, like I said, truth always comes out. That's why I never bothered to lie about who I was or what I was. So you'll know eventually. You always do. You always will. So might as well be honest about it. Meanwhile, Rodney and Rick Bash or Godney or whatever and Rosalie and oh well, whatever. Anyway, that's why I knew about the 10 Empire and the 10 people and all that of the Middle East and all that. Like I said, I didn't go after them. Like I said, I originally built Israel and some other places. Well, here, there, a canon experiment, stuff like that, you know. Like I said, I pointed out a few things that I played a role in or funded or sponsored or whatever. I did a lot of little things. Like, it's very easy for someone like me to sponsor things because it's like, yeah, let's do that. You know, I mean, I'm the great Lucifer Star, 100 trillion years old. So, I mean, was not really that hard for me to be like, oh yeah. You know, or like I say when people were calling the Irish people terrorists or whatever, being like, no, they built lots of stuff. They built my ships. Belfast shipyard, LS steam trains, like Lincolnshire steam vessels and all that. They were miners, and coal people. It's just that following my you know what I wanted them to do with my science and my German science, they got really rich and really, you know, and were able to cruise around, travel and stuff. You know, won their independence or whatever, you know, freedom and all that. You know, and they could relax a little bit. Or at least a few of them could relax, you know. So, and they got free rides on my ships and all that. So, Anyway, not a terrorist group at all.